Good evening. Welcome to episode Rosie Psychovastator. So guys, today, look, I have scarf. It's very cool, like colors. Just interesting. Anyway, so it's very relevant to what we're discussing. So today, I'm doing this reading. I'm doing other readings as well, but there's a long list of topics. But this is important. Okay, it's about the Trump administration wanting to ban, essentially to remove the civil rights of trans people. And of course, we know that Mike Pence believes in what is it called? I don't know, the conversion therapy or something, where people, I'm not gay anymore. No, I was yesterday, today no. Take pill or something. Like, can you imagine? This is horrific. Okay. And so I'll just read here if you're unfamiliar with the news. So the Department of Health and Human Services is basically pushing an effort to establish a legal definition of sex under Title IX, the federal civil rights law that backs gender discrimination, with the goal of excluding the population from civil rights protection. So there's 1.4 million people in the U.S. who would be basically very legal to discriminate against trans people. Okay, and now I want to say this is very interesting. So, looking up a little bit more information, the name of this person is Roger Severino, and look the job he had before. Listen, very important. DeVos Center for Religion and Civil Society, and before he was the head of the Heritage Foundation. I'm sorry, guys. This is why, if you, by the way, if you're watching this, you have to read this book called Dark Money. It explains everything. Okay, so the DeVos family is connected. It's part of the Koch billionaire network. Okay, and they have these events. And then I read this on this book. Okay, that we're all. And I'm not. This is not about all billionaires being like this, but these specific group of billionaires are the ones that a lot of them have inherited money and have the far right crazy ideas. So this is our Secretary of the Carefulness. She's cray, far right. And so this is the same person who is basically selling the children from the border in her stupid adoption agencies in Michigan. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the level we're dealing with here, okay? But I don't have a sense that this is going to pass, okay, or that they're going to get what they want. Because, guys, this is a very extremist. And in the meantime, look, they are trying to blame immigrants from the caravan while they're trying to remove people's Medicare. It's like that's their goal. Social Security, to create all these horrible situations for people who are not like them. And they do that by scapegoating. So, great people, great. So, okay, so this is this, guys. So the question, this is the situation. It's funny, I haven't necessarily defined the questions as well. Just basically the question is what's going to happen? Are they going to succeed in their goals? Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, the question is, for now, the first question is, will they succeed in their goal? And I don't think they will, but let's see here. And I'm going to interview Mr. Severino. Yeah. So let's first ask the spirits in general. Spirit guides, good spirit guides. And then I'll ask Severino. It's great guy. Great. He has a spot in Street to help us. Yeah. Has reservations. Okay. So, it's the first question. I'm gonna first put the bubble pink light around me, protections. Okay. Okay, so what is going to happen here with this issue? What they were trying to do? They're trying to define gender as biological, and as a result, trying to remove the civil rights of all these wonderful people. What's going to happen? Guys, it's funny because usually when it starts, it's like the images are kind of abstract. and symbolic. So this was an interesting image. It's like I see them, like people, these people who believe these ideas, right? They're looking toward, they're walking kind of like a promenade, and they have this circle, like it looks like a sun. I understand it to mean that they think they are achieving their vision. It's like everything that we want, we can do it now. So as they're like walking towards it, then a meteorite comes from like the sky and kills them all, and like hits, and it's over for them. So I feel like they are, imagine like it's kind of like their brains like, yes, no, we can kill all these people. We can like remove their civil rights. We could do all these things. This is the time. It's wonderful. And then as they're doing this, then the nature comes and stops them. Okay, so tell me what's gonna happen. What's happening here? Let's go forward 6 months. What's gonna happen to the people that are being targeted here? Give me one person. I see them celebrating in 6 months, like the good people, okay, trans people. Like they're happy. They're nothing. It was just a scare. Okay, so what's the reason? But what is the motivation here? I see Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions like, this is it. This is right now. We could create the world the way we want to create. Yeah, it's all like, guys, the series is like those sci-fi movies from the 50s and 60s where like people that they kind of have this, it's like they're like, oh, this is it. This is it. It's like they're going for it. We're going to go for it. We're going to stop this. And it's like they're kind of like lost their minds kind of thing, okay? Because that's their dream. This was like something they only imagined. They wanted. They were so going after this. Okay, so this is nice, guys. So I saw there's going to be 3 big lawsuits that they're going to challenge whatever it is that they try to do. They won't succeed. And then I don't know if it's after, or I think these lawsuits are filed, a little time passes, and then eventually these people are removed from the government. And then I see again the image that I had seen, that people are celebrating, they're hugging, kind of like, it reminds me of people in, I had a sense that eventually it's going to go to the Supreme Court, another, maybe this lawsuit, after they have already left the government and they win. Okay, the trans people win. And what's very interesting here is that I see that those people a lot of those people are going to be removed from the government, right? That they're kind of like seen as a cult, which it is, right? It's a religious cult. And it's also like they've been exposed as basically pushing treason, right? And then it shows that with this win, the future Supreme Court, there's a lot to happen, it seems like. And the conservative people are like, not only we lost, what we almost had, but now it's like cements that it's over. Because then what I'm seeing here, the history going after this, is that there was this progress of rights, civil rights in general, and then there was this temporary administration that tried to destroy all of it. And then they're exposed as being criminals, and then they're removed from the government, and then there are wins for the trans people and people in general, gay people and everything, because it's for example, if you have a sickness, right, and you have to take antibiotics, sometimes, like let's say you take antibiotic, the person has very strong, let's say pneumonia or something, so the body's not reacting to this illness initially, so you have to take stronger antibiotics, and then the whole thing is destroyed. The infection is destroyed. Something like this. It's like they thought they were winning because they won the first round, but in the end, this is what is interesting. It's a little bit like that because the democracy, okay, wasn't accustomed to having this sort of fight, right? To the sense of like that we are under attack. I'm not obvious, well, not obvious, but I'm not trans. I'm not gay, but you know, I connect with. I mean, you know what I mean. I feel like it could be me. You know what I mean? It's like empathy, and I don't know. It seems very normal, right? And then what happens is humanity, right? Everyone, we kind of, once we are attacked by these people, we become stronger. And since were the good people, the light beings, right? So general, like everyone who wants the good for everyone else, it's not just about removing, right, all the civil rights. It's like, oh, like imagine if your energy is spent on like caring about people's private lives and how they see their diet. I just like whatever. Let's not even get that. Anyway, so then what I'm seeing is that it becomes stronger. This is what is interesting, is that they thought they were going to win. So then the democracy is like tightened in a way so that this will never happen again. Doesn't make sense. So I see the people, conservative people like, damn it. They couldn't, because, you know, the whole thing is not, they don't, the problem for them is that they don't really stand for anything, right? For them, it's all about, oh, let's destroy this person, I'm going to destroy you, take you away. It's a taking away the rights of people and improving their own bullshit, you know, and it's like, this is what I see. So just, again, concretely, 3 big lawsuits are going to be challenging them. They're not really going to win what they want to do. And not only that, they're going to be removed from the government. And after that, these lawsuits will end up going to the Supreme Court with this cleaned up Supreme Court, and they will win even more rights. You know what I mean? So that, like I said, there's going to be all these mechanisms that will prevent those people, because, you know, those people are exploiting these loopholes, and they're just so sick, right? So, whatever. Anyway, so let's see here. I want to interview Roger Severino. What a great man. Yeah. I have not looked him up. I don't know what it looks like, but let me hear. Severino? Okay. So, I'm going to interview him. Okay, so Mr. Severino. Okay, Mr. Severino. Tell me your goal. Tell me your agenda and how you're going to go about this. This is wrong. How can we be living in a country of decency, country of laws, a country that seeks to reach that's like saying the kingdom of God how do we build the kingdom of God in the human world, right? So then from that perspective, it's between a man and a woman. A man works, a woman takes care of their children. And, you know, it's like you try to fit in. There's such a thing. It's like there's the people who fit in, we feed them. The people who don't fit in, we kill them. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just saying, okay, so they don't get to tell the story. We tell the story, whatever. We don't care about your bullshit. We're just going to have to take you down. Whatever. You could just be whatever you want. Do I say that you can't be whatever you want? Just do this and just don't expect me to have to deal with it. That's how they see it, okay? So they want to control. This is about controlling the population. That's why. This is it. It's about control. Fear and control. And guys, you know, unfortunately, this is like, okay, I see this guy, and of course he's a pervert. And I'm sorry to say this is going to be so, I'm so sick to it. It's like he may even have had lovers who are trans. Like, I'm serious. It's like those people, they're kind of like the things that they find most desirable, they fight. You know what I mean? I don't understand why, whatever, like how they are like so hypocrite, but that's who they are. Okay, so they have this weird sexualized, like they have these weird fetishes, and it's like, yes, this guy, like I said, you know, he has this like family values, but then, you know, he has this dark side. Okay, and the sense is dark, but it's like because he represses who he is. Okay, so I think he does have a weird. It's like I see he's like almost like he's like OCD or something. He's just like a weird person, like the way he I don't know, he presents himself. I don't know, just something kind of slimy about him. Okay, so then DeVos, yeah, we want them between men and women. I see Betsy DeVos and Eric. They're just like, these people are disgusting. Yeah, they want to create this world, this fictional faux 50s world where they rule. And this is the thing. Oh my God, guys, I'm getting back. So if you've seen some of my readings before, I've done, you can just search Betsy DeVos. and tarot policies was going on, but I'm seeing this again. It's so strange. I remember in one reading, either about her or Eric Prince or them together. There was one I did about the two of them together. And I see this thing again where they see themselves as the mold. They feel like people are going to want to copy them and want to be like, sort of like they think, this is the only pop culture example I can think of. They think they're like Madonna or something, like a huge pop star. Or like, that they're like, they want to be the pop stars. And not that they care about fame, but they care about the mold. They want people to copy them. They feel like they know the right way to do things. And they feel like they're going to tell the population what to do. They know the right way. They're the chosen. This is the thing. They have this weird fantasy about them being the chosen ones or whatever. And this is what justifies their thinking. Like their attitude. Like, oh no, but so what if you were the chosen ones? Jesus, pick me. Did you know that? Oh yeah. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Jesus. He knows. Pick the right one. Let me tell you what to do. Let me tell you. You may be killed. That's your problem. Because Jesus picked me. Oh, he did. It's so gross, guys. Seriously. So, but it helps me even seeing these readings understand. Okay, so what's going to happen to this guy? Is he going to succeed or is he going to run away? So what's going to happen? Money. He's involved in something. There was like some shady money stuff. He's in this sphere of the Kochs and the DeVos, and there's some connection. He has some shady connection to adoptions also, and like some sexual scandal that may come up. I feel like he has like either pedophilia with boys, something like that. Okay, so this is gonna come up later. But he's just like has this like slimy kind of person, like hiding and like. Yeah, the whole thing. I see that the places where he has worked, I see the feds kind of going through their books and just everyone who has worked in it. Like I said, everyone who has these positions in the Trump administration will be investigated for everything. So it's like if you have any dirt or like made any mistakes in your taxes or something like that, they're gonna go get you. Yeah. Okay, so what's going to happen to this guy? Let's say in like 6 months and in a year, 10 years. He may be in prison. And I think he may be in prison for something else later. But like I said, it's like, this is the RICO situation, right? They're part of this shady conspiracy. So you could see. Wonderful people. Yeah. Straight to hell, boss, this way. Yeah. So that's that. So, okay, just quickly. So, should trans people worry that something's going to really happen? No, should not worry. It's right. They have to file these lawsuits indeed, but there are incredible lawyers who are helping them, who are like them, and even people who are not like them, but have care for the rule of law and care for human rights are supporting them. And it's ridiculous. And they're also trying to use this as a means to divert the attention. So, but it's not going to work, and these people will be out of power soon. Okay, they're basically delusional. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna stop here. Okay.